and welcome back. Today is Monday, July the 15th. So we're halfway through July, and we should be basking in some nice summer sun stroke heat stroke warmth. Now for those of you outside the UK, we had a very late spring, and where I am, I think I had 4 or 5 days in June where the temperature was consistently over in the high 20s. Since then, it's been wet. It's supposed to rain here later on this afternoon, hence I'm out now. So the fact that we've not had a real proper summer yet, I mean, it may still come. You've got to bear in mind, September is autumn, starts of autumn, and we're halfway through July. So over here is the bar area, and unfortunately, because the weather's been hit and miss, mainly miss, it's half open and half closed. That's what I said last time, I believe. I had it open for a couple of days in June when the weather was really nice, a few drinks at the bar, etc. But since then it's been a bit wet, so it's half closed, half open. So everything's a bit covered. So if we look at this Cordline here, I've put some lilies, I don't know what they're called, to give it a bit of colour. I transplanted them from another place earlier on in the spring. As you can see, they're yet to come out. Obviously things are struggling because they're not getting the sun or the heat, but they'll come out eventually. The other Cordline is there, and that has a lily at the front as well. Very quick, you can see there's one of the cannas is starting to open up. It's called a orange burst or something. That's what the guy I got it from called it. And the other one over here, it looks like I've got two, and it looks like I've got Cleopatra bulb or bits of rhizome was still in that pot, because that's another orange blaze, that's what they call it, orange blaze. So my canary date palm is doing okay. It's not doing a lot because again we've not had it's looking for the heat or the sunlight, not been getting it, but it's there growing. It's only one left out of 4 I had. So if I just go around the front here, yeah, so we're all waiting for this summer to arrive. It's not been very good so far, but it still can arrive in August maybe. So yeah, so cannas in there, fuchsias. There's the other lily I planted with the Cordline. Orange blaze, yeah, the slug's been getting at it. So I've got my Sikkimensis here, sorry, mispronunciation on that, with my pink china. That's a cut in. It's been a bit slow that to grow because I think it's waiting for the weather. And on that over here, as I mentioned before, this is north facing. Yes, it's north facing. Japonica spiders, we're doing okay there. Morpheus is about to flower. My rhododendron, as I've said before, I had it for years. It does its thing. Japonica spider's web is there, doing okay. So on this side it's got another Cordline and some fern. I can't remember what fern I put there, but there's a fern down there. So if you look in this corner, well, there's the banana. Now the banana plants, it's probably like everybody else in the UK, has suffered. They were doing quite well. We had the wind, we've had the drop of temperature, we've had the rain, so they look a bit battered. There's another leaf growing. The pups are all there, growing another leaf. So in this corner we've got some salvias here, salvias there, pink flower on there, japonica there, standard japonica in that corner. There's shaded area, so it likes it, another standard japonica there, shaded area. Got a Yucca Rostrata just there, if I just move around. So yes, I've got Salvia here, can't remember what's the name, Amigos maybe, with a pink flower. Amistad, this is last year's Amistad. So Crocosmia's there. So yeah, it's Yucca Rostrata, which is tucked away in that corner there. Got some leaves covering it. I'll see a Trekkie over here. Got some new fronds coming through. So we'll just walk around here again. I'll come to the middle in a minute. So Persicarias. Well, I keep cutting them back every week. So this was the cuttings I took. So I'm just frying them away. Loads of cuttings, but every week I'm sitting giving it a haircut. These Persicarias here and there. If I take a shot back, you can see that Crocosmias at the back give it some colour, which is I wanted. And for the life of me, I can't remember what these are called. Summer breeze, Indian summer. I can't remember what the flower's called now. Peruvian lilies. I can't remember what they're called. My apologies. Peruvian lilies, I think. That's Indian summer breeze. As you see, Crocosmias are quite taken off here. Persicaria there is going intertwining, get some colour. The Mustafolia over here has not done a great deal. Again, I think it's in a slightly shaded area. I've got another pink china, as you can see. There's another cutting just there. And another pink china, which is a cutting just over here. I just moved this font. And you can see just there. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pups growing from this one banana. So you've got a new leaf coming out one of the pups, new leaf coming out one of the main one. I said it's been battered. There's a Cordline in the back. This one's the same thing. Got a new leaf coming in, but a bit battered. So there's, as we all know in the UK, we had the rain, we had the wind, drop of the temperature at night and some nights. So the Persicarias here have just taken Purple Fantasy and Red Dragon, just like, especially the Purple Fantasy, has really taken over. It's really rampant as opposed to this one over here. The Red Dragons. And if I just move here, in there. Yeah, if I just move this, another one. Sikkimensis. Just there. Again, I think it's not getting as much daylight or sunlight it wants to. Another, obviously, Trachy with new fronds growing. This had the damage, if you remember last time, the winter damage, but the fronds are coming through. That's a new frond. That's a new one. Now these Crocosmias, I think, are yellow at the front. They're all red right now, but I think they're yellow. It's got some ferns at the front here. This Waggie's doing really well. Here, this had some winter damage. If you look back, had some real bad winter damage from the previous year, but it's really doing quite well there, really well. The other Waggie, just over here, surrounded by all the colour. So rather than all being green, so I painted the back black last year to get the green to pop out, and I put all this coloured stuff here, so you got a mixture of colours. I'm hoping these are yellow, these Crocosmias at the front here. These are pink giants cuttings I've taken, but I've left them in the pots, that's why they're very small. Alstroemerias, is that how I pronounce them? Alstroemerias. This one is called Summer Lovely. Here, it hasn't flowered yet. I said, I think the first one is called, I think the one over here, Alstroemerias, if that's how it's pronounced. Peruvian Lily. I think that's, that one there I think is called Indian Summer. I think that one's called Summer Breeze. If I come along here, yeah, it's not doing so well. It's not growing as fast, this particular one. The slugs have got it, but I put some slug stuff down there. My Mustafolias, one there and one here. As I don't think they get in the sunlight. A little Waggie at the bottom there, and a big Cordline, and I've got some lilies. Now these lilies I replanted from another pot. I don't know what they're called, California Sunset, and there's a couple there, I can't remember the names. What I've noticed, I've just seen a hovering little fly, hover bee or whatever, hover flower, I noticed there's not been so many bees out, because these are, as you can see already, these are ripe for pollinators, but I've not noticed, maybe because the weather's not been so good. I've got to, a couple of them died back. There's another Trekkie which is doing quite well here. There's a new fawn. See against my hand, there's a couple more coming through. And I've got another pink china. Base there, another cut in. Sorry. Another lily which I transplanted. I ended up having all these lily bulbs. I just move them around. There's another pink china down there, if you can see, not doing as well, not getting so much sunlight. And there's Persicaria taking it back there. But there's nothing going in the back there. I've just got to be careful with the bindweed. As you can see, the back here is full of bindweed. So this is no man's land behind here. So I've got to be careful when it comes through. Just make sure it doesn't cling like over there. I talked every other day going around to see where the bindweed's coming through. But anyway, so back to this. So another Cordline, another pink china which was a cut-in. I'll just walk around here. Crocosmias, they've not been moved. I just moved the pot to this area, but they've not been replanted. So I've just moved my way here. Make sure I don't stand on anything. Right, so you can see the Persicarias has really taken over this area. Normal Fatsia there, Fatsia Japonica doing okay because it's pretty shaded this area. I've got Salvias here. You can see it's poking out there. Salvia, another Salvia. Get a bit of colour in this corner. So looking along here, I said the whole idea of my plan was, in my head, was to get some colour against the green. There's a lot of red on these Crocosmias. I've mispronounced that right now, my apologies. But the lilies are bringing out the colours. So this Trekkie here is doing quite well here. No damage, winter damage at all. Unlike, as you can probably see, that Waggy, where it's got a bit of damp when the Ferns was inside waiting to come out. That's the damage it got. And we had a mild winter, to be honest with you. I think everything's waiting for the sun. Let me just move out the way here. It is like a bit tight around there. Yeah, so that's that little Trekkie there, which is a multi-stem. As you can see the different colours, I believe that's when the Ferns were coming out. It got hit in the winter by the cold. And there's you can see the other Fern there's got the same issue. There's another little Trekkie just there, twin head. Oh, there's a yellow Crocosmias. I knew I had some yellow ones somewhere. These must be red then. Yeah, I've not noticed many bees or stuff really. When I say stuff, I've not noticed pollinators. I've got all these Crocosmias out here and these lilies. I've not really seen that many. Maybe they're not come out because not about as much because the sun's not been out. I don't know. I'm not an expert on pollinators, but I thought the pollinators would love this. They did last year. And not so much. I haven't noticed so much this year. But I noticed a couple of lilies I've got to pull out because they died back. So yeah, that's the back. Just got to watch out, I said, for the bindweed that grows behind there. So I'm normally there every other day pulling it out because they start wrapping themselves around particularly the Cordlines. So yeah, so you've got a bit of colour there. I can see a bit of purple and a bit of pink with the salvias over there. Obviously the reds and the yellows over here, and the dark purples, what do you call that? Also I've got some more reds coming up front here, looks like. The yellows I don't think you can see, I don't think they're going to grow that tall. These are really tall, these ones, these are a year old. and obviously a flush of colour over there. And yes, on there is just all the cannas. The cannas are, some are coming out, some are not coming out, some are waiting. If I go in the middle now, I'll just turn around. Obviously again, got the bananas, suffered a bit, there's a new leaf coming through. This one has got 1, 2, 3 pups. A couple never survived the winter, but obviously it's some new ones. This one here has got 1, 2 pups, this particular one. It's got a new leaf coming through. On a bit congested on this left hand side, there's a pup there, pink china. These are salvias. These are salvias there. Sikkimensis there. Again, I've got some lilies. These lilies are about 3 foot tall. African queens they're called. And all I noticed that all this pollen here, nobody's sort of bothered to. No bees have come along, no pollinators have come along. Yesterday, Sunday, the sun was out a bit. Never noticed anything really. I was out in the garden. So yeah, there's salvias there. I'm not too sure what colour they will be. I think they're going to be pink. I've got a ticket down there, or a label down there. I can't see it right now. Yes, this has been crowded out over here. The reason I put the pink china, the banana and Sikkimensis there is that I can feed and water them all at the same time. So some ferns, and obviously the Cordline. Again, we've come back to Persicaria Purple Fantasy. Again, every week I chop that back. I've got a Tropicana there, which was a split. Again, Crocosmias here. If I stand back, you can see the red of the Crocosmias. I think these may be red. I was hoping these are yellows. These actually never came through last year. Nothing happened last year, but I decided this year to come up. And on that side. So I've got a Tropicana there, and I've got obviously Persicaria here. The deep purple, obviously there's salvias here amongst it all. And if I go deep in there, there's some more salvias, and there's the original ones. African Queen. You can see the Persicarius there spreading out its tentacles, or its legs, intertwining with the Crocosmias there. So it just adds a bit of some kind of colour to otherwise a very, very green area. And again, on this Trekkie here, that's new, Fonz, that's 1, 2 more sort of heading up. I don't expect any more, I don't think, because the weather's not been so good. One over here is the B&M special, and that's shoved out some new fronds. I don't know if you can see it. That's new, got a couple more coming through. So this is year 2 for these, for the B&M one, and this particular one. They say year 1 sleeps, year 2 creeps. So let's see what happens, but they seem to be doing okay. So it's a free-for-all really in there. I do try to tidy these bits up over here. Purple Fantasy. And the Red Dragons, I tend to trim them back. Colocasia, I leave. They came out last week or the week before they started to come out. But there's some over there, a bit of red. A bit of red. I said my plan was to give it some colour to the green. On that side you can't get any colour because nothing will grow that side. So it's north facing, doesn't get any sun there at all. I always make the point the grass always looks good that side. And on that side that's south facing, so I've got all the Cannas there, Tropicanas, Cleopatra, Hybrid, and a few others. They're not come out yet. Some have, some haven't. Just waiting for the sun to come out, give it warmed up a bit. So yeah, so that's what's happening in the back here. So July the 15th. Yeah, so the back of that fence is no man's land. I used to have conifers there to block so you couldn't see it, but I took them down last year, I think, or the year before, can't remember now. but yes, there's no man's land. No one looks after that bit at all. So it's got loads of stuff. It's got thorns, it's got thistles, you've got particularly the bindweed, and that tree is in no man's land either. I do trim it back. I wait till the winter where the growth, when all the leaves are gone, so I can just chop it back a bit best I can. Because as you can see, it's got thistles or something growing up there on that side. The pigeons have a nest there. The wood pigeons have a nest in there. They nest there every year. My neighbour has chopped the bits that hang over his shed property. Yeah, so that's the back. So what's happening to the front? So let's just look at the front very quickly. It's starting to rain a bit now. No surprise there. So these lilies have come out. That Tropicana is waiting. The other lily has come out over there, the white one, the purple one. Trachy's doing fine. It's got some new fronds coming out. Yeah, so this Trachy's doing okay. Got some new fronds growing through. That's new. Got one coming through here. Got a couple through there. Doing okay. So another lily here, the yellow one, another purple one. Chamaerops is doing okay. This one's coming out as a bush. I haven't trimmed it, so you can see the damage from last winter. I trimmed that one, so that's why it's quite small. Took off the damaged fronds that were from last winter. I think that was from. Yeah, you can see the damage. I think that was from last winter. It could be because it's been wet this winter. It's been pretty mild this winter, and that one's the same really. So yeah, so that Tropicana is waiting to come out. There's another one in there with it. That was split. It's got another one. So yeah, so the front's looking okay. The lilies have come out. These lilies have come out. The ferns at the bottom of that. Yeah, it's started to rain now. It did say it's going to rain in the afternoon. So my apologies if I'm mispronouncing all these plant names. I can't get my head around, even after all this time, how to pronounce some of these plants. So please forgive me. So yes, so it's just starting to rain, which is not a novelty. As you can see, the grass is nice and green because of the rain. I said all these Canna lilies here just waiting for a bit of sun. It's funny how they multiply. There was only one plant, and I said I got in that particular one about 4 of them. Don't do the rhizomes. These are plants that I bought in 9cm pots, and I nurtured them for a few months. Anyway, so you can see on that one there where the slugs have got it, but I've put slug things down anyway. So yeah, so that's it for now. Take care. I'll catch you hopefully when the sun is shining.